Hey everyone, it's Argonath here from The Right Way. I came across this article on Brash, Bassett, Brash and Hyde. If you're not a member, or I mean, not a member, but if you haven't come across this website before, I highly recommend you go there because there are a lot of really interesting articles about the way things are going. And I've got a really good article from Robert McCulloch. And if you don't know, Robert McCulloch is, where is it? At the bottom of the article. He holds the Matthew S. Abel Chair of Macroeconomics at Auckland University, and he also blogs at Down to Earth Kiwi. He's got some really good takes about the things that are happening. So he's talking about the bloated education ministry and their curriculum development that they've been going through, and make some very interesting points. So let's have a read of what he says in here. Um, so in 2022, the Curriculum Centre at the Ministry of Education employed 308 staff, according to an official information request. Earlier this week, it announced 202 of those staff were being cut. Excellent. When you look up the New Zealand curriculum on the Ministry of Education website, you'll notice that we are preparing to close the site as we transition to what the hell? Tahurangi. So apparently this is the new curriculum. What the fuck is Tahurangi? No one's going to know what the fuck that means unless you can speak Maori, which majority of people in New Zealand don't. Fucking useless fuckers. But when you click on that site, you get an incoherent jumble of chaos. At least it's amusing. You can click on a unit that helps students develop an understanding of the financial challenges faced by superior militants in their local community. That must get the youth of New Zealand excited out of their minds. Oh, shit. Very nice comment. As for the document called the New Zealand Curriculum, it contains the flimsiest, shallowest, lightest of weight 60 pages of silly blurbs and patronising cliches, mostly contained in bullet points mixed with general waffle, with just 30 pages dedicated to specific subject-directed aims. Even those are full of comical lines like key competencies, thinking, managing self. Yeah, when you're at school, you have to think a little bit and you have to manage yourself to do some work that has to be outlined. The entire shambles is introduced with the line, "It is my pleasure to introduce this revision of the New Zealand curriculum by the Secretary of Education." But when you have finished reading it, you're left wondering, so where is the New Zealand curriculum? Did I miss something? What a great line, Robert. The bizarre feature of the document is that it is published in 2015 by the Ministry of Education and was first published for the Ministry of Education in 2007. But that predates the Ardern government. So what have the 308 staff working in the curriculum centre been doing these past several years? Were the 202 staff just made redundant mulling over changes of a 60-page document? Maybe how to change the font size and colour. If the document called the New Zealand curriculum was submitted as a Year 12 school project, it would fail. If you multiply the 308 staff by an average salary of 80,000, a conservative number given the Wellington pay scales, you'll get about $25 million. Holy shit. Has the taxpayer been fleeced, not billed, fleeced that amount of money year after year? That is over 100 million for 60 pages of PR, marketing and communications inspired glossy pages of nothingness. Absolutely true, Robert McCulloch. Let's have a look at the New Zealand curriculum PDF. Oh, look at that. Does that not look so enticing and flash? Must have taken years to go about doing that title page and millions of dollars to get that done. Even the blank page must have taken years and millions of dollars. Let's have a look at the waffle which is in this fucking New Zealand curriculum document. Um, so at least it says the revision of the New Zealand curriculum, not the Aotearoa New Zealand curriculum, although it does go on to use Aotearoa later on in the document. So yeah, I don't know what they're going on about. So let's go down here. Where is the thing I want to show? Um, Here we go. Let's just make this a bit bigger. Directions for learning vision. Young people who will be confident, connected, actively involved, lifelong learners. What are some of their values? Excellence. Well, yes, we want to strive for excellence. Innovation. Yes, we want people to be innovative. Inquiry. We need people to inquire and be curious. Diversity. What the fuck? Who gives a shit about diversity? It should be meritocracy. Best people for the job. You fucking do well. You learn stuff well. You do well. You rise through the ranks. Equity. There is no equity. There should be equal of opportunity. What you make of it is what you will, right? Human beings are not automatons. We're not all exactly the same. Some people are better at things than others. They'll make more money than others. There is no equity. Community and participation. I don't know what that means. Ecological sustainability. Well, obviously that has to be in because everything's about climate change these days. Integrity and respect. Well, those are things that I do believe in. Key competencies. Thinking. Geez, students need to know how to think. Does that actually have to be a key competency? Using language. Yeah, use language that people can understand. Symbols and texts. Managing yourself. Relating to others. Participating, contributing. Learning areas. English, the arts, health and physical education, learning languages, mathematics and science, statistics, science, social studies, technology. Excellent. These all feed into the principles. High expectations. Fucking Treaty of Waitangi. What the fuck? Cultural diversity. Inclusion. You know the curriculum's going to be woke after Labor got their hands on it. And that's what those 202 people have been doing. They've been trying to wed in all these woke shit from all over the place. See, comes into Aotearoa, New Zealand. Fuck off. Bloody hell. There was a place I wanted to show. The curriculum acknowledges the principles of the Treaty of Waitangi and the bicultural foundations of Aotearoa, New Zealand. All students have the opportunity to acquire knowledge of te reo, te reo Māori me ona tikanga. I don't know what that means. Um, so basically, they want to force people to learn Maori and tikanga and basically indoctrinate them. Inclusion. The curriculum is non-sexist, non-racist, non-discriminatory. It ensures that students' identities, language, abilities, and talents are recognised and affirmed, and that their learning needs. You don't need to affirm anything. Just show them what the things they need to learn, and they need to learn it. Whether you're, in fact, girls are better at school than boys are. Don't ever mention that, do you fuckers? Uh, there was other place where we talked about this Treaty of Waitangi, if I can find it somewhere. I think it's on the next part. Te reo Māori. Te reo Māori is indigenous to Aotearoa, New Zealand. It is a taonga recognised under the Treaty of Waitangi, the primary source of a nation's self-knowledge. Bullshit! English underpins everything in New Zealand, even though Maori might be an official language. Without English, we'd be stuffed. We couldn't communicate with the outside world, right? Let people who are Maori learn their own language. You don't need to force it on everybody else. Fuck off. By learning Te Ao Maori and becoming increasingly familiar with tikanga Maori, students strengthen their identities while non-Maori journey towards a shared cultural understandings. I don't give a shit. I don't need to learn about Maori culture. It doesn't affect me in either way. All who learn Te Reo Maori help to secure its future as a living. That's all they want. In fact, it doesn't, because people who don't want to learn Maori couldn't give a fuck. They just have to learn it in school because they have to pass that bit, and they'll never fucking use it afterwards. No one worries about the bloody pidgin Maori that all the bloody presenters and stuff talk about. When they talk about place names and all this sort of stuff in Maori. No one gives a shit. Fuck off with your New Zealand curriculum. That's all I've got to say. Excellent article from Robert McCulloch. So read Bassett, Brash and Hyde. Got some excellent articles there. Anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, you're welcome to give it a thumbs down. Let me know why in the comment section as well. Happy to talk to anyone about it. And if you like my content, please subscribe, as it just helps the YouTube algorithm as well. Anyway, hopefully I catch you in the next video. Bye for now.